BBC News. President Biden has said he's prepared to impose sanctions on his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, directly if Moscow invades Ukraine. It's the first time that Western powers have suggested that measures they've threatened against Moscow could go right to the top of the Kremlin. The United States has also warned Belarus that it would face a swift and decisive response if it allowed its territory to be used for an attack on Ukraine. The British Prime Minister Boris Johnson says he's willing to speak to police officers investigating a number of events at his office and residence in Downing Street. The police want to determine whether the events broke COVID lockdown rules. They said the investigation had been opened because of information from a civil service inquiry as well as police assessments. Kurdish forces in northeast Syria say that in the coming hours they expect to win control of more sections of a prison where Islamic State fighters have tried to mount a takeover and mass breakout. There have been fierce clashes since IS overran the jail in Hasaka last Thursday. Sri Lanka says it will pay compensation to more than 1 million rice farmers for the failure of their crops after the government banned the import of chemical fertilizers. Last year, the government tried to convert the country to 100% organic farming. The International Monetary Fund has warned that the global economy is set to grow more slowly this year than previously forecast. The lingering pandemic, inflation and slowdowns in the US and Chinese economies are blamed for the contraction. The US automotive giant General Motors says it's making the biggest single investment in its history, pumping $7 billion into its home state of Michigan. GM is ramping up the production of electric vehicles. BBC News.